Hey, so welcome to the next of our Futures videos. Today we're starting a new topic on well-being, and I think I should probably start with a confession. I'm not sure I'm the guy to be doing this. I used to love Domino's. Let's just get it out there and say it, right? I used to eat quite a lot of Domino's, so much so that I remember once I stopped ordering for a while, and I had a letter, totally true story, I had a letter from Domino's to check I was all right. That really happened. They wrote a letter to me to check I was okay. It was said, "Dear pizza lover, we noticed you haven't ordered in a while." So I don't know if I'm the guy to tell you this, but the message today is really important. I want to look at healthy eating, and I don't want to talk about all the things we should do. I'm not going to talk about the importance of getting 5 a day, about the importance of a balanced diet and the right nutrition. These are things that you know and they're important. But what I want to do today is talk about one thing, just one. One thing that I want you to avoid doing, one thing to cut out. That's it, just one. But we need to start by asking ourselves why. Why are we doing this to start with? And we're doing this because right now, the most recent study in 2018 came back and said 63% of adults in the UK, or in England, sorry, are classified as overweight or obese. 63% overweight or obese. This isn't about appearance. We're not talking about what you look like here. If you are overweight or obese, it increases your risk of heart disease, of diabetes, of cancer. Cancer's the really famous one. Everyone talks about cancer. Heart disease is the biggest killer in the UK. It kills more people than anything else. And if you are overweight or obese, it massively increases your chance of getting these things. So that's what we're looking at today. Now, you might be listening to this and thinking, well, yeah, but I'm one of those people who can eat what I like. I'm really lucky. I can eat whatever I like. I need you to understand that there are two types of fat, okay? There's something called subcutaneous fat, and there's something called visceral fat. So subcutaneous fat is what we might call the inch you can pinch. It's that bit of fat that's underneath the surface, like a submarine. Subcutaneous, it's that bit under the surface. But there's another type of fat. And that fat is called visceral fat. And that's the stuff that sits around your organs. So when I'm charging into all my Domino's and I'm not seeing any difference in me, that doesn't mean I'm healthy. That just means the fat's going to a more dangerous place. It's sitting around my heart, around my lungs. It's sitting in worse places, that visceral fat. So this isn't about appearance. This is about health. And you might not be noticing it right now, but what I want you to really understand is that current actions are future foundations. This is a mantra that I want to repeat to you again and again throughout this topic. Current actions are future foundations. What you do now matters. So, if being overweight is the problem, then fat's the issue we're looking at, right? No. We're not going to look at fat content on food today. That's not the thing. I'm not asking you to focus on the amount of fat that's in different foods. What we're going to look at is sugar. Sugar's the one thing that I want to talk about today. Sugar's the one thing I want you to avoid. Now, let's do a quick quiz, quick game. All right, pause the video, just 30 seconds. Have a look at that list on the screen. Put it in order. Which one do you think's got the most sugar in? Now, assuming you've done that, let's have a look at the answers. Now, this might not necessarily surprise you, I don't know. Snickers bars at the top there, 57 grams. Monster Energy, 55 grams. Heinz baked beans, 20 grams. Now, as I'm talking, you're hearing grams, and if you're anything like me, that doesn't mean a lot. It's got 55 grams of sugar. So what? Just grams. So I put the teaspoons there. Now, the recommended daily allowance is 9 teaspoons. We're told we should have 9 teaspoons a day. The Snickers bar's got 14 in. Now, I brought some sugar to illustrate this. I haven't really thought this through because I'm not sure how I'm going to hold both of them at the same time. But I mean, let's have a look at this. 14 spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, I hope I don't drop this. 5. Feel free to fast forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 spoons. That is the sugar in one of your Snickers bars. That's in one Snickers bar. 14 spoons. There are 13 teaspoons in your can of Monster Energy. That is a lot of sugar. You're not putting that in your cup of tea. Now, what I want to talk to you about, this isn't about your teeth. We're not saying, oh, don't eat loads of sugar because it's bad for your teeth. That's the kind of stuff we grew up with in primary school. That's not why we care. We care because that sugar Well, your body can't process this sugar. Most of the added sugars in food, your body can't process it, so it sends it to the liver where it's metabolized and processed into fat. It's where it takes the toxins, it sends it to your liver and it turns it into fat. So if I want to avoid fat, it's not about avoiding fat, it's about avoiding the sugar that my body then turns into fat. And again, this isn't about my appearance, it's because I don't want to get heart disease, diabetes, cancer. So 14 spoons of sugar, that's a big deal. Now, you know what's worse? What's worse is that it's hidden in all sorts of places I don't expect. There's half a teaspoon in a slice of bread. If I come to school and I have a sandwich, I've had a spoon of sugar. If I have a Snickers bar in my sandwich, I've had 15 spoons of sugar. Don't forget, I'm only allowed 9 in a whole day. And I'm way over that 9 already just by having a Snickers bar and a sandwich. Now, you'll have noticed on your list that an apple came up higher than a jam donut. The message is not donuts are good, we should eat donuts, all right? There are, 4 spoons in an apple, but this is natural sugar that comes in the apple, and more importantly, it comes with fibre. And this is the important bit. If sugar comes with fibre, it slows down how quickly your body metabolizes it. And if it slows down how long it metabolizes it, it can cope with it, it can process it, it can shift it, and you're not going to put on the fat that we've just talked about. The sneaky catch is that in your orange juice, they take the fibre out. They want it to last longer in your fridge. So they take the fibre out. When they take the fibre out, of course, you can't metabolize it quickly, and then it has all the terrible effects that the sugar would have anyway. Add on to this the fact that when you buy things, they have all sorts of convoluted names and stuff. So you're not just looking for sugar on the ingredients list, you're looking for organic agave nectar, and you're looking for raw processed guaga, whatever. They have loads of different names that all mean sugar. And so you might look and sugar might not be the top one on the ingredient, but when you look at all of them combined, they become quite a big ingredient. And again, that sugar metabolized as fat, heart disease, diabetes, cancer. Low-fat food. This is a real big important myth. We've got to bust this. If you don't remember anything else, remember this. This is shocking, right? I will get fatter eating a low-fat yogurt, eating a low-fat yogurt than a regular yogurt. If I eat low-fat food, I'll get fat. If I eat a low-fat yogurt, I'll get fatter than if I eat a regular yogurt. What? When they take the fat out of the yogurt, it tastes gross. So what do? They get rid of it tasting gross by putting sugar in. So what they've done is they've not lying, they're saying it's low fat because it is, but they've stuffed it full of something else that will make you fat. This whole industry about low fat food will make you fatter. This is stuff we've got to know. Not because we want to look slim, not because we want to be trim, but because we want to survive, because we want to be alive, and we know that 60% of the population are overweight or obese, and it leads to heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. We've got to know this. Now, the messages we've got to take from this today, number one, if we can't avoid these hidden sugars, the sneaky ones shoved in bread, the 5 in a tin of beans, if we can't avoid that, we need to limit our consumption of the obvious stuff. That Snickers bar is a bigger deal than it seems. I need to cut that out because I know I'm already getting more than I need in all the accidental places. Number 2, low fat doesn't mean healthy. And number 3, well, fruit juice, it's not any better. Water's the way forward. Water is. What I want you to remember above all else in this is, like we said before, current actions equal future foundations. What you are doing now is the foundation that you're building your future life on. This isn't about your appearance, this is about your health, it's about the future health. What you do now, your current actions, are your future foundations. Okay. Thanks for listening. As always, please make sure you click the survey, make sure you say what you thought of the lesson, make sure you put down some of the things you've taken from it so we can see that you are tuning in and you are thinking about this stuff. All right, thanks.